name is Anthony Badaloo.
How that can help?
Okay, we have a situation where an elderly lady and her daughter, 72-year-old, is being denied electricity.
Right.
By a management company who won't allow them to access to the cupboard to switch on the mains power to the apartment.
Right, okay. What's the postcode of the property?
I just said it about 4 times. It's WA10 1GD. WA, A for apple.
Yeah.
WA10.
10.
Yeah, you know 10, like the 10 something.
The line's not the best, so I can't really hear you. So W for whiskey, A for 10.
Yeah. 1GD.
Right, I can't. The line's not the best. Is there any chance you can move somewhere else where the line's a little bit better?
Okay, I'm hearing you so clear. It must be on your end.
Right, what's the end of the postcode?
1, like number 1.
Yeah.
GD. Good dollar.
What's the first side of the address?
102. Block A, 102, Lower Hall Street.
Right, so you've come through with the wrong distributor. We're not Power Grid or distributor Scottish Power. So to have a power cut or anything like that, that's who you need to contact and supply to the electricity EDF Energy. So you need to speak to EDF Energy.
Can you just speak up? Can you just speak a little bit slower for me, please?
So you've come through to the wrong distributor. We are Northern Power Grid. You need to speak to the distributor for your electricity is Scottish Power. However, you need to speak to EDF Energy, the supplier to the electricity, about this issue.
Okay, so we spoke to EDF. We had an email from the chief executive, Simone Rossi, and he said we should call 105 and sort it out.
Okay, so Scottish Power, so 105 for looking for distributors. You just come through with the wrong one by accident. So what I'll do is I'll transfer you through to Scottish Power and they'll do it out, yeah?
Thank you very much.
Just stay on the line.
Energy Networks, speaking.
Hi, good afternoon. Seem to be going around in circles a bit here. I just went around this whole loop and they said I should get back to EDF on 105. So I call 105 and I come back to you again.
Right, okay. What's your postcode? I'll see if I can get the correct number for you. So
I've said the postcode about 10 times. So it's WA10 1GD.
And the house name or number?
102.
So what's the exact issue, sir?
Sorry?
What's the exact issue? What's your inquiry? Just so I can...
Okay, we're trying to get, we got a 72-year-old lady living in this property. And we're trying to get the connection restored. They've applied, they've got an account with you and everything. But they
so we're not actually a supplier of it, so it would have to be EDF for any supplier issues. I'm not sure why you're getting through to ourselves. What number have you tried contacting?
105. I got an email from the chief executive, Simone Rossi or something, that I should call 105. So I call 105 and would you let me bloody speak, sir?
Sorry, who said that you should call 105?
The chief executive of EDF.
Right. What's the exact issue in the property though?
We got a 72-year-old lady living in there, and it looks like there is a sabotage. Somebody's turned off the main switch, which is outside the apartment, and we need it switched back on.
So when you say the main switch, are you talking about the trip switches?
I don't know what switch, sir, but I switch. You know, you have the meter is inside the flat. The supply to the flat is it's in a cupboard in the building. It's a block, yeah.
Right. Okay.
So the caretaker with the key won't give us access or give anybody access to turn it back on. There seems to be some some, what do you call it, sabotage, I call it, going on. But it's not a joke, because a 72-year-old lady, she has medication that needs refrigeration. And it's 2 years imprisonment under the Harassment Act, the Protection from Harassment Act, to mess around like this.
Right. Well, it's not something that would concern ourselves in, sir. It does sound like it has a supplier issue. I'm not too sure why EDF have told you to contact ourselves. If the supply has been disconnected by your supplier, by whoever pays,
okay. All I want is for the electricity to come on in the apartment. That's all. And
I understand that.
Yeah.
But if the supplier is disconnected the property,
I didn't say, what's your name, boss?
my name's Harris.
Sorry?
My name's Harris.
Harris.
Harris, Haris.
Oh, 1R.
1R, yeah.
You keep saying about supplier cut. The supplier is EDF. They haven't cut nothing off. If somebody else has cut it off, some asshole that is in the block. They've cut it off from outside the flat somewhere. So the power supply to the apartment is being sabotaged somewhere.
It's affected by just this one property.
I believe it's just this one property, yeah.
Right. And who's got access to the area that holds the switches?
There's a caretaker on the premises.
Right. And what's his response been when you've asked for access?
He's told the lady that there is. They gave different stories, but the problem is there's nothing can stop you from having your power supply. It's not. Do you know what I mean?
I understand, but
Yeah.
it's not been disconnected on our end, so we wouldn't be able to come out.
But how do I know it's not disconnected from your end? I don't know who disconnected it.
We've not went out to this property.
Okay.
Look at the details for this property now, and there's no incidents logged against it. We've not went out at all.
But you just said it's not your property. It comes on the EDF.
Well, we're a distribution company, so we handle the incoming supply. So we deal with the power coming up to the meter. We've not went out to disconnect it at all. We've not carried out any works on our end. So I'm not too sure who's disconnected it. I know you said it's not the supplier, but I'm not too sure who else would have done that.
So what's the procedure now if someone's sabotaging the power supply?
Well, if you believe that someone's tampered with it, then I would contact the police.
The police told us that they're gonna put a call through to the caretaker, but the caretaker said the police didn't call them. So we're going around in circles.
If the police have told you that they've contacted the caretaker, then I would phone them again for another update just to see what's going on with that.
But the EDF guy came out, the electrical person. I don't know what he's called, the emergency.
So which company was this person from?
EDF.
EDF. So EDF actually came out to the property?
They sent somebody called, what's his name? I can't remember his name.
I need to know the name, sir, but what did they say?
Tony Taylor, Tailor.
All right, what did they say?
They came to the property to try and switch it back on, but the caretaker said to him, he's not allowing him in the cupboard.
All right. Well, if you've already raised this with the police, then I would contact them again for an update as to why the caretaker's not given access, or I would follow up with the police if you've already raised an inquiry with them.
You know, I did get the information from someone called Inspector, what's he called? Neil Bilsborough. But then I spoke to 101 again, and the 101 says it's not a criminal offense to switch off the supply. But as far as I know, I look on all the websites of the council and everywhere, it says it's a Harassment Act 1977. It's 2 years imprisonment.
All right, well, I can't really comment on that. I'm not too familiar with the legal side of things. But give me a minute. I'm going to put you on hold for a second.
Thank you very much.
need to come out to this. What I suggest is that you contact the police again.
Okay.
You raised an inquiry with them, and you've spoken to the caretaker who said that the police have not contacted them. So
Yeah.
I would contact the police just to follow up on the inquiry, see if they have any update on their end.
Okay.
We wouldn't be able to come out anyway just because we don't have access to that communal area. We're not able to check any equipment because there's no access, so there would be no point in us coming out. Because the area that stores the equipment that we would need to look at, there's no access to that, so it would really not.
But surely, if you come out and you don't have access, then you should call the police. That's someone's blocking.
We wouldn't get involved because it does sound like it is a problem with the transport. It sounds like what you're is that someone has put the equipment down.
Yeah.
And you don't have access to put them back up, so it's not our equipment. It's an internal issue. We're not able to get involved in that. If there was something on our end, then we would be able to get involved. But there is power operative, but it's just been switched off internally.
Well, we're not sure. You understand?
Well,
It could be when you test it, there's a fault, but the problem is we can't get the access.
What do you mean? Sorry, under what?
It could be when you test the switch, there could be a fault. So I don't know, but the problem is we can't get the access for you to test it.
Well, if there's no access, we wouldn't be able to come out. We wouldn't have access to the area anyway, so there's nothing for us to check.
But is it legal to block access?
I'm not too sure, so I can't really get into that. It's hard for me to comment on that. I'm not too sure.
You know, can I talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about?
Well, there's nobody here that would know the legal side of things in terms of.
You're the power company. You must know the legal side because not only the legal side, you have legal obligation. You can't leave all people in the cold. No excuses for that.
You've not left anybody off supply.
Okay.
Not left anybody off.
Can I talk to a manager, please? Because I think you're out of your depth at the moment.
Right, hold on.
Thank you. Pardon me?
I'm going to take some details from you.
Yeah.
And I'll get someone to phone you back as soon as possible.
And who are you going to get to phone me back, may I ask?
I'll get one of my managers to give you a call back.
What's his name or her name?
Sorry?
What's her name?
I'm not too sure. It'll be whoever's available.
Okay. And who's available at the moment?
There's nobody available just now. That's why I'm going to take your details and we'll get someone to phone you back as soon as possible.
Okay. My name is Anthony Badaloo.
Sorry, how do you spell your last name?
Badaloo.
Sorry, could you say that at slow, please?
Bada. I would like you to take the crime number for your records, for the record, so you have it logged.
Sorry, what number?
The crime number.
Okay.
It's 22 000
Yeah.
850
850
479.
479.
And it was Inspector Neil Bilsborough.
Sorry, Inspector.
Neil Bilsborough. Bilsborough.
All right, I'm taking all of that information.
No, wait, there's more for you. Because your chief executive has sent us an email, yeah? Because we
chief executive?
For EDF.
So that's not our chief executive now.
Okay, whatever it is, I want you to take this reference number on Resolver.
Okay.
It's RES.
C.
S for sugar. 103
103
871
871
34.
34.
Yeah, so I think between all you lot, yeah, there's a child abusing gang involved in this matter, yeah, that is locking off the supplies, putting metal doors up for the tenant because they were having a cannabis farm inside the property. So it looks like all you guys know and are involved and don't want to restore the matter. So I'm just letting you know.
So this is the first time that you've mentioned that there was a cannabis farm in the property.
Well, there isn't a cannabis farm, but there was at some time. Whoever put a metal door and cut the electric and interfered with it, which we believe is Edward Clarke from Poolman Property Management Limited, an illegally trading company. Yeah, I'm just letting you know that for the record. But we want the utilities restored to the lady. She's 72 years old. Under no circumstances can the electricity not be connected between you lot. Okay?
Right, well, I'll get someone to contact you then.
Thank you, sir.
Discuss this, but like I said, it's not something that sounds like we can get involved in.
Well, what I don't want you to get involved in nothing. I just want the power, the flat to have power. That's all.
All right.
None of
I'll
it
get
is my
someone to call you
business.
back.
All of it is outside my control. I'm the landlord. I want the flat to have power. Yeah, that's all. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, your other man, Harris, said he's going to get a manager to call me back. But you're from where? Energy Networks.
Energy Networks, yes.
Oh, because first we were calling EDF on 105, then it goes to Scottish Power, then now you're Energy Network. I don't know who I'm dealing with. Can you tell? It's a bit.
Yeah, you've asked for me to give you a call. I'm the manager of Energy Networks, the company that you've called.
Okay.
So, if there's anything that Energy Networks can do for you, obviously, you know.
Well, what it is, we have some problem here. Yeah. The tenant, my tenant, was a 72-year-old lady that's got medication that requires refrigeration. Yeah.
Okay.
And somebody has disconnected the power supply. Yeah. Because it looks like they were doing a cannabis farm in my property before. So that's what. So there is some caretaker there that has the key to the cupboard with all the switches and all the things, and I believe he might have been involved in it, so he won't let anyone in.
Right. Okay.
So all I need is somebody with a bit of authority, who is not a pussycat, to say to him, look, mate, I just need power to the apartments. There is no argument and conversation to have. We just need power to the apartment. Under no circumstances and no law can there be any excuse to deny power to a 72-year-old lady.
Okay. And how is it that we can help with that?
I have no idea. I have never had this problem before in my life, but you work it's your business, so you must know how to go about it.
Okay, so from our part, Energy Networks is the company that owns all the overhead and underground cables outside your property. We own all the substations as well. So if you have a power cut and one of your cables is broken in the street, then we send a digging team. They come, they dig the road up, and they repair that cable.
Yeah.
Do a lot of road works, and then go away again, and the power's back on.
What we think happened here. We think they've damaged the cable that goes from outside into the apartment because of some cannabis involved thing. Because when you go in the flat, you can see where they've cut holes and ventilation and all this kind of thing. So, you know, we've got a crime number from the police. And at the end of the day, I can't be going around. We wasted a lot of time. And the lady is in there and her daughter without a power supply. It's just not allowed under any circumstances or any law.
Okay, well, certainly for us, we've not disconnected due to a cannabis supply at that property.
How do I know that?
That.
I don't know that.
Well, you can only take my word for it. Obviously.
What's your name? What's your name?
My name's Dave Jones. I'm the manager of Energy Networks.
Dave Jones.
Yeah, so we've not done any disconnection to this property. It's still energized as far as we're concerned.
Well, you need to find out who did. I'm not interested in who did and who didn't. I just want the power in the apartment. That's all.
Well, of course you do. And what you need to do is, of course, I can understand that you're going to ask everybody to help you. And I can understand that it's going to take you a long while.
How do you know it's going to take a long while? Somebody need to go and flip the switch. Why do you say it's going to take a long while? Do you know the future, Mr. Dave Jones?
Okay, so...
it sounds like you already know the future.
I can tell you that we're not the people who will flip that switch. We're nothing to do with this.
Okay.
So I was trying to guide you by giving you the advice of who may be involved. I can only guide you that way if you're willing to accept the information I can give, which is that we haven't done any work in the property. We haven't disconnected the property. Therefore, as far as we're concerned, our equipment is fully working.
So as far as you're concerned, the equipment is working, even when it's not working. It's as far as you're concerned, it is working.
So our equipment is everything before the meter. So everything before the meter.
So we don't know, yeah? We don't know that because you've not been in the meter is in the flat. The power supply from wherever to the flat is where the problem is.
That's it. And so because you're saying that it's been disconnected, then the company that disconnected it needs to reconnect it.
We don't know who disconnected it. We have a letter in black and white from the company who allegedly managed the place. It said that they did not disconnect it. So they put it in capital letters to me. I can email you a copy. We have an email from Simone Rossi, who is the chief executive of EDF, saying we should contact you on 105.
Okay, well, certainly, if you're saying that it's been disconnected for a cannabis farm.
We don't know, sir. All I can tell you is not working, it's not coming in, but it's suspicious. It looks like it's been tampered with. So the supply from wherever into the apartment, there is a problem. So it is not in my hands, but no law allows electricity to be denied under any circumstances to these people.
Okay, well, what we can do, as long as you can get us access into the control room via the caretaker, then we can come and check our equipment. We wouldn't do anything with anybody else's equipment.
No, that's fine. As long as you check it, make sure it's connected and working. Or if anybody has cut any wires.
That the caretaker will let you in.
Sorry?
Can you arrange access for us?
Well, the caretaker has the key. The only thing I can do is to break the door.
Okay, so as soon as you've got access, let me know and we can arrange.
Well, I can only thing I can do, I can give you the phone number for the people who has the key.
No, we can't get involved in that. You need to arrange the access. You're the one who's.
How am I going to arrange the access with a criminal cannabis farmer that doesn't want to arrange access? You see, this is the problem. This is the problem, Mr. Jones, yeah? This,
well, I appreciate that
this person who has the key, you go in the cupboard and you realize there is a criminal damage or tampering with the equipment.
Okay, well, if
then,
that is the case, then you need to arrange access for us. We can't get in ourselves. We've got no right of entry. So you need to arrange access to the area that you want us to inspect. As soon as
so the only solution I can think of is I get a locksmith and drill the lock. Because I've tried every other human possibility.
Okay, well, obviously we're not going to endorse any criminal activities, but what we will say is once you've arranged access, then we can attend and check our equipment. We will only check our equipment. We won't check the meter, we won't check the switches, we won't check anything like that.
Right.
And we won't undo any work that's been done legally by any company to disconnect. It has to be that company. But if you can get us access, we'll check our cables.
So can you tell me, is there any circumstances under which a third-party company can switch off electricity on a vulnerable occupier?
We don't get involved in that side.
I didn't ask you to get involved, Mr. Dave Jones. I'm asking you.
You're asking an answer that I can't give you. You're asking something that we
No, you must bloody know. You can't become the manager of energy network when you don't know if anybody has a right to switch off the power on a vulnerable tenant. You must know this one thing.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Don't worry. Don't blame the phone for nothing. You talk.
Okay. Well, certainly from our part, we don't get involved in that side.
I didn't ask to get involved. You answer the bloody question. Is there any circumstances on which somebody is allowed to cut the power off on a vulnerable tenant? Yes or no?
Okay, well, from my part, I'm going to say that in our company,
Yeah.
we don't get involved in that. Therefore, you're asking the wrong company.
So you're lying by omission, Dave Jones. You're lying by omission. You know the answer, but you're refusing to say.
Exactly. I'm saying that that's not our area of business.
No, whether it's your area of business or not, you know, consumers cannot be cut off from power, especially a vulnerable consumer, 72 years old, and we're in the middle of winter.
Okay, I understand your opinion. Thank you for that.
It's not my opinion, boss. Is that my opinion, or is that the law? The Protection from Harassment Act, 1977.
Well, I'll leave that for you to discuss with an expert in that field.
So you're running a power business and you don't know about the legality of it. So why are you drawing a salary? Why are you drawing a salary, Mr. Dave Jones? Why are you drawing a salary? I'm talking to you now. I'm self-employed. It's costing me a fortune. You're on a big juicy salary with pensions and holidays and all kinds of perks, yeah? And you can't answer a question, is it okay to cut off the power on a vulnerable tenant? Yes or no?
So, just to recap, you need to...
Listen, mate, listen, get off my phone. You're a time waster. I have to conclude that you're part of the proven violent pedosexual network, falsely and repeatedly using the authority of the court as cover, running a cannabis farm. It couldn't happen without your involvement, honestly, because that's what you're doing now, isn't it, Dave Jones? I have to put you down as a suspect and an accessory. This case is going to go far. It's all over the internet, I promise you. Yeah, this call is on the internet. It's gone. You're gone.
Okay. Please give us a call back once you've got the access.
What's your direct number? Have you got the direct number?
Yeah, it's free number 105.
No, that number is a scam number. Every time I ring it, it takes me somewhere else. Yeah. I spent my whole afternoon ringing 105 that I got from your you know, who do you own Scottish Power Energy Network?
No, we don't.
How are you involved in this matter? Because it's an EDF.
We're not involved in this. You called us.
No, I call 105 and I come through to you and you give me the same number again.
Yeah, we're the power cuts line for where a cable's been damaged outside of your building. So you want us to come and inspect the cable outside of your building, and we're happy to do that as soon as you've got access to that cable.
All right. And so your direct line is what? Have I got a reference number for this call?
No, there's no reference number for this call. We're not logging this call yet because you.
Well, I'm recording this call for your information. Yeah.
That's absolutely
and
fine.
you're going on social media. I'm gonna get a picture of the internet and put it up there as well to show people your face. You're part of this cannabis growing business. I bet you're doing it on a lot of properties all over the country.
Okay, this is
yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Go waste somebody else's time. It can't happen without all of them cooperating together. The police, the pedophile network, management agent, the utility companies, you know, that's what they're doing. Second time it's happened to me. You know, last time I had to get an electrician late at night, paid a lot of money to restore. This one is going on for weeks because the management company told me they're not managing my property. They didn't cut off the supply. But so why can't you give me access to the cupboard to just flick the switch and put it on? You know, they probably damaged the cable. They probably bypassed the meat. I don't know. But anyway, we're documenting it so people can learn and see what's going on. And these beautiful people that you think in the fancy suits that are sucking your money and your energy, this is what they're getting up to.